The design you see here is part of a commercial development in the USA, so dimensions, and I've left these on here because I'd run into some difficulty with the drawing. The dimensions are in feet, but when I click a dimension here, I notice that the actual measurement, so that in a sense this is telling me the width of this site is 834 decimal feet, but there's been an override to 70 feet, so it's a 70 feet wide site, which is reasonable, I think, for a commercial development. Why I had run into some trouble with this was I intended to bring in a symbol for a vehicle just to illustrate that this is a parking bay here. And if I bring in the symbol, it's brought in at a scale of 1 and is clearly too small. If I edit that symbol, and we use the distance tool to measure from the front of the vehicle to the back, I get about 11 feet, which is reasonable for a smallish car. So let's close the block editor. So there's clearly something wrong here. I suspect that it's a units problem, and if I multiply that by 12 and hit enter, I get my vehicle at about the right size. Those sorts of problems can continue and have continued over here, where the lounge area of the lounge is written as 125,000 square feet, which is clearly wrong. So there's a degree of problem here as far as units and size is concerned. The underlying premise in any work you do in CAD, whether it's gCADPlus CAD software or any other CAD software, is that if you make an inquiry of any element within the design, it should give you real-world values. You are modelling the real world, so we're looking at a site here, and whenever we make an inquiry, we should get sensible numbers back, and that's not happening here. As I said, I think because of the confusion between inches and decimal feet. So it's normal in the US environment to design or to construct everything and work in decimal feet as the base unit.